It's like making music, and you want to feel as if you're bringing something new and introducing something new to the conversation.
So that for us is the sweet spot, to create an idea made with flavor that also layers apart into its original ingredients.
It was exciting because nobody else was doing it.
That philosophy of creating the beer around the ingredients yields very different beer.
With the botanics, we had a lot to add to that conversation.
So the timeline of brewing is 10,000 years. We've been drinking fermented product for 10,000 years, and only the last 500 years, we've been brewing with hops.
Everybody brews with hops. We brew with hops. Hops are great. What we're finding is when we're using botanic ingredients, that every one of those ingredients is just as complicated as hops.
We're able to take all those interesting herbs and spices as discovered and used by them and use them as tools in our beer.
I ran into Randy and he asked me if I'd be interested in brewing some pilot batches for a project he was working on.
Randy handpicked BJ as a home brewer. So we picked a home brewer on purpose to make commercial beer because he had that edgy, do it different kind of mentality.
He gave me a guy's phone number. He said, this is guy's Robert. He's the guy who's starting the project.
And we quickly struck up a rapport. We talked about a vision for a new kind of beer, a subcategory of beer, and where that lived.
It was pretty evident early on that after we were in development of the Forbidden Root beer itself, the root beer, that there was so many other ingredients that we were playing with and enjoying. This could really be, we could base a brewery off botanics.
We were very purposely looking for a neighborhood to be part of. And when we found this property in the Westtown community and on Chicago Avenue, we felt we found our home. A place where you could connect, a place where it was going to be comfortable, where you could chill, enjoy, feel comfortable trying different beers. You're in our home, you're our guest. Beer at its heart is about connection, and our perspective is connection to the soil and the farmers who till the soil. So when you come in our restaurant next to our brewery, you see the John Deere cultivator wheels that represent what's on your plate, in your glass, and that's a brand introduction to what we do.
Historic inspiration, full-on creative output of exciting yet balanced and drinkable beers using every possible thing we can get our hands on.
We talk about a story, like where can this ingredient take us? What would it work with? How can we marry these 2 or 3 or 4 ingredients together to make a flavor profile, to make a statement, to put people in a time and place?
It's been really interesting making botanic beer and getting the feedback where consumers don't necessarily know what it is and they come in and they're really joyous and passionate about understanding that it's a connection with the earth and our ancestors and to what farming is, and then they become converts. I can only describe it as you have to taste the beer.